Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are looking at the Friday MLB PrizePicks plays. Happy Friday to everybody watching. We have 14 games today. Lots of options, especially from Nrfis that I like. So that's the one that I'm going to focus mostly on in this video. We got 4 of them. And then we also have 1 strikeout prop that I like. You can extend it to 2 strikeout props. But let's go ahead and get started. As always, you can hit the like button if you enjoy the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. And check out the other links down below in the description. First prop is a strikeout prop, taking the over 6 strikeouts on Aaron Nola. He's going up against the Mets, a team that he's faced a bunch throughout his career. He's fared very well against them in terms of the strikeouts. He's faced them 4 times already this season. He's had 7 or more strikeouts in 3 of the 4 games. And those were all in the last 3 games, 8, 7, and 9 strikeouts. First game that he faced the Mets this season was early April, where he wasn't fully stretched out, only threw 3 1/3. So he still had 5 strikeouts in that span. He's been very good with the K's against the Mets this season. Even going back to last year, he finished them off in the regular season with a 9 strikeout game, a 12 strikeout game, a 7 strikeout game. Had a 5K game once again in the beginning of April, which only threw 4 innings in that one. So definitely was limited with the pitch count. Then he had 7, 10, 8, 7. It's been pretty remarkable how often he's hit the over 6 strikeouts since the span. And if you keep scrolling down, even after that early 2021 game in April, 7, 10, 8, 7, 6, 10, 6. So if you look back at all of his games, it's been 14 hits, 2 misses, and 2 pushes in his last 18 starts against the Mets, which is remarkable. Or actually make that 15, 2, and 2 in his last 19 starts against the Mets, hitting the over 6 strikeouts. Love that prop. In terms of some Nrfis that we can consider, like the Phillies-Mets Nrfi, this one is being a battle between Aaron Nola and Chris Bassett. It's in Citizens Bank Park. It's not a great park for pitching, but we have 2 good pitchers. Bassett's had some great games this season. Nola's had some good games against the Mets as well. And the Phillies missing, obviously, still Bryce Harper, and they've been missing Kyle Schwarber the last couple of series. Not in the projected lineup again, so that would definitely, and he's always a guy that can ruin a Nrfi with a home run in the first, batting leadoff. So that's one Nrfi I really like. The second Nrfi that we can go with is Athletics Mariners. This one is in the Coliseum. Any game in the Coliseum at night, I'm going to have a lot of interest in the Nrfi, as long as it's not 2 awful pitchers going at it. And we have 2 serviceable guys that have been okay. Irving's been fine this year at times. Gonzalez has had his moments throughout his career, and you're not really worried about the Athletics lineup. And then on the Mariners lineup, even in this ballpark, Irving's going to get a face-off against the lefty in the first 3 guys in Winker. And then you're going to have to maybe worry about Julio Rodriguez there. But 4.1 total on 3.6 total for the Athletics. I definitely think that we can rock with the Nrfi in this one. Another Nrfi that we can go with is the Braves-Astros Nrfi. This one is another battle between 2 very good pitchers. Surprised that PrizePicks has put some of these Nrfis on there. We have Kyle Wright and Lance McCullers. McCullers made his return after missing many, many months, and he pitched well. He was pretty stretched out in rehab, so he wasn't very limited, and he's been great throughout his career. Wright's been great this season. Got pretty low totals on both sides. Braves have a higher total, but wind blowing in a little bit in Atlanta is still a pretty big ballpark. It's not amazingly hitter-friendly. And then the final Nrfi is, you got a couple other ones, like the Guardians White Sox. Got Lance Lynn against Tristan McKenzie. Those guys have faced off against each other a bunch. You could even consider the Diamondbacks one with Henry's going at it, so you're going to have to worry about some of these Cardinals at the top, but Mikolas's been fine, except for that one start in Coors where he got absolutely lit up. And then even the last one with 2 lefties going at it, that one is the Dodgers one. You could look to that one as well. But I'm going with the Texas one. We have Martin Perez going up against Dylan Bundy on the other side. It's not the greatest weather, but it should be fine. It's 35 degrees possible. 35 chance of rain. Not much wind. And Minnesota is also a pretty big ballpark as well. So that's another one. If they happen to put like the Rays one on there or the Tigers one, that one's also great. Even the Guardians one looks appealing as well if you wanted to go to that one instead. Maybe I'll do that. We could even do 5 picks just without any pitcher props and just go 5 Nrfis. That's how much I like, because the Twins one is in the mix for me, and then the White Sox one as well. But that's it. Just wanted to share with some Nrfis today. There's not a ton of great stacking options today, so there's not a lot of hitter props that I'm looking at too much. Seems like, except for the ones in cores, obviously. But seems like, and even the Padres one, but otherwise, seems like a slate where you want to look to some pitching. Might be a lower scoring slate, except for that cores game. If you are looking in that cores game, see if there's any good hitter props to pick from. In terms of the fantasy score, we have some of these guys that obviously you can look to that are lower, but in terms of cores, we have Jock Peterson, 7.5. These guys are pretty low, so we'll definitely look to some of these guys. Crone against a lefty in cores, he looks appealing, and then Peterson against Urena, also 6.7 total for them. Mix and match some of these Giants as well, and the Padres, 8.5. Machado's been crushing it at another bomb yesterday, so definitely look to some of those guys if you wanted to go with some hitters, but I'm fine rocking with some Nrfis and Aaronola over 6 strikeouts, under half run Mets, Phillies. Same thing for the Athletics, Mariners. Same thing for the Braves, Astros. And finally for the Guardians, White Sox. So best of luck. Hopefully we get a 5 for 5 today. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you all next time.